to the Brown Report Podcast. Thank you so much for listening and downloading it. We greatly appreciate your support. Don't forget, you can get your Brown Report hat by going to Etsy. Search out Brown Report for the store. It's $15 to help support the show. We greatly appreciate it. Don't forget, you can get the show on iHeartRadio, iTunes, and Blog Talk Radio as well. Thank you so much for subscribing and rating us. We greatly appreciate it. And don't forget Instagram and on Facebook by searching Brower Report for the latest news and views that you can use, because we're looking out for you, the American people. Tonight, got a lot of topics for you, so let's get this part started on a podcast Wednesday. So a bill proposed in California would make it illegal for restaurant servers to give guests plastic straws unless requested, with the threat of a $1,000 fine or jail time attached. Ian Calderon, the Democratic Assemblyman who introduced the bill this month, stressed it does not constitute a ban on drinking straws. Should it progress into law, he said, the penalties would be nixed through amendments. We need to create awareness around the issue of one-time use plastic straws and its detrimental effects on our landfills, waterways, and oceans, Calderon, majority leader of California's lower house, said in a statement. The bill would tack the rule onto already existing code, the violation of which carries a fine between $25 and $1,000 and up to 6 months in county jail or both, except as otherwise provided. It would only apply to sit-down restaurants, not bars or fast food locations. Calderon set out to defend the bill on Twitter, claiming amendments would be added to remove the possibility of a fine or jail time for handing out straws. The penalties are attached to the code section the bill is currently in that will change, the lawmaker said. Amendments are part of the legislative process. Ian Calderon on Twitter, now keep in mind this was in 2018, but it's just a prime example of what legislators do, and I'll be talking about that a little bit more in a second. But he put in a tweet, I'd like to clarify that AB 1884, straws upon request, is not a ban. Should it become law, it will not make it a crime to service to provide plastic straws. My intention is simply to raise awareness about the detrimental effects of plastic straws on our environment. The article goes on to say, still some online critics had questions. What about those little umbrellas that go in drinks? Why aren't you criminalizing that? A user said. What about when they give too many napkins? But Calderon's proposal is not novel. Dining restaurants in Davis, California must already ask customers that they want a straw, thanks to an ordinance adopted last year. San Luis Obispo's City Council approved a similar rule thereafter. Straws and stirrers were the sixth most commonly collected item during California's Coastal Cleanup Day from 1989 to 2014. The lawmaker claimed in a release, noting that restaurant straws are used once before becoming non-biodegradable trash. And Calderon's is not the only bill targeting drinking straws. Assembly Bill 319 would require that single-use straws and bottles to have caps either tethered or otherwise affixed. AB 1884 is not a ban on plastic straws, Calderon said in a statement. It's a small step towards curbing our reliance on the convenience products, which will hopefully contribute to a change in consumer attitudes and usage. Well, here's the thing, folks. Let's think about this a little bit deeper, okay? So, you know how we have littering laws that you can have like $100, $500 fine or whatever? Why are we not using existing laws that are already in effect to get the litter bugs? And also, why in the hell is there stuff in the ocean floating up? Are cities dumping trash into the ocean? If they are, maybe you should fine them and not hurt individual people that are not breaking the law. And you're making a law, well, we're going to go through an amendment process to remove the $1,000 fine and the jail time. No, asshole. You remove it now. You don't pass laws with like this and say, oh, the intention is to remove it. No, it's in the law you're trying to pass. It's kind of like with Obamacare. You know, we got to pass it to find out what's in it. You know, all those penalties and, you know, you can keep your doctor if you really want to in your health plan, which is not true. So they're putting all these penalties in there in this law without taking it out up front. If the intention is to take it out, take it out. Don't punish people. Don't punish the restaurant industry. And also, weren't we told for years to use straw so it doesn't decay our teeth? Wouldn't we have a crisis of really bad dental hygiene? And also, do we really want to put our lips against glasses that may not be washed properly? I thought that was another reason why we use straws. So I thought the straw thing was a good thing to help, prevent spreading things, and also to help stop decaying our teeth and wearing off our enamel. But I guess that's not the thing. I guess when the government wants to provide you with free health care and free dental care and free whatever, it's completely fine to do it that way. But that's why I can't trust Democrats. I can't trust politicians that are saying, oh, the intention is to remove the penalties, the fines, and the jail time. If that's the intention, remove it now. Don't pass something, then promise something that probably won't be done. That's the key here. That's why people don't trust the government. That's why we don't trust them. Next story in the podcast, just another one of those crazy times of the year when the holiday season, oop-de-doo-doo-be-da. And here's the next holiday season madness in the Christmas season. John Legend and Kelly Clarkson just dropped the updated version of Baby It's Cold Outside. The two voice coaches collaborated to create a modernized version of the Christmas classic, fully of reworked lines in light of the original, growingly controversial lyrics. In the original tune, which has been covered by many artists since its debut, a female sings, "I really can't stay," to which a man responds, "But baby, it's cold outside." In another part of the song, a woman is heard singing lines like, say, "What's in this drink?" The answer is no, and I've got to go get home. Though the original song was released in 1944, factors such as the hashtag #MeToo movement and Bill Cosby's rape charges have led some modern-day listeners to question the original's lyrical content. As a result, both Legend and Clarkson have worked to create a less offensive version, replacing many of the original's lyrics. For example, the original track includes the verse, "The neighbors might think, baby, it's bad out there. Say, what's in this drink? No cabs to be had out there. I wish I knew how. Your eyes are like starlight now. To break this spell, I'll take your hat. Your hair looks swell." Oh my God. In contrast, Legend and Clarkson's version swaps out the lyrics in favor of "What will my friends think?" to "It's your body and your choice." "If I have one more drink," replaced with it's your body and your choice." "Oh, you really know how," replaced with "Your eyes are like starlight now." "To cast a spell," replaced by "One look at you, and then I fell." Users on Twitter had mixed reactions to the updated track. One user said that Legend and Clarkson did a great job. However, not all responses were positive. One user simply wrote, "No thanks." Another user pointed out that we should not have to make it PC. The user pointed out that the song did not need a remake to begin with. This is just another prime example. I mean, we got rappers saying the N-word constantly. We got people talking about gangbangs and shooting up houses and F the police on rap songs. We have all sorts of songs out there talking about getting drunk and, getting laid. But this 1944 song is so damn offensive. But modern day artists are just making money like crazy. We had Kelly Clarkson back in the day making money about how she's breaking up with her boyfriends. I'm sure there was some really fun stuff going on in those relationships. This is just another typical left-wing agenda. It's like, we got to remake history. We got to redo history. But at the same time, they're not telling these other artists, the artists right now, that are just talking about, banging every hoe they see. They're not talking about that, or, promiscuous sex or anything like that. It's completely fine. Women empowerment, we can talk about that kind of stuff. I mean, it's a song from 1944, a different day and time. Remaking it now. Why don't you just make your own song? Stop trying to remake stuff. It's remaking history. Let's take all the monuments. Take all the statues down. Let's burn the books. What's next? It's just a song. It's a song. We need to stop this madness in this country and stop trying to remake everything in something else's image. Don't try to act like you're a holy and stuff, because you're not. Because you support Democrats with abortion on demand. So, come on. What's morally right here? It's just a song, folks. Look in the mirror and see what you're really about. And it seems like you're all about money and fame and not really taking up any type of real stand. Next story. Questions surrounding Jeffrey Epstein's apparent suicide have popped up everywhere lately. And now they have made it on the way to the bottom of a beer can. Printed on the bottom of the can sold at Technical Ops Brewery in Fresno is the message. 2019/11/06, Epstein didn't kill himself. Manager Carlos Tovar said his first thought of the idea was about a week ago. The idea came to him because of the question if Jeffrey Epstein actually committed suicide is a big thing right now. Epstein didn't kill himself. Memes have taken social media and the internet by storm since his death was first reported. The brewery was only be releasing one batch of the cans, about 54 packs worth. The message can be found printed underneath the cans of Basher Oatmeal Stout. The cans are already available for purchase right now, so if you live out in that area, hopefully they have some left. There probably will be collector's items, and you might want to send a few to Hillary Clinton. Just kidding, don't send anything to her, because she'll trash your mailing address probably or something. But interesting time we live in. The Epstein memes are everywhere. We talked about Jeffrey Epstein several times on the podcast as well. So Jeffrey Epstein, I don't think he killed himself. I think someone got to him. I mean, how can a person be on a suicide watch and just within days, all of a sudden, boom, he hung himself with no one around. No one around. It's absolute madness. The guy has so much stuff on people. It was probably out of control, and someone got to him. And it's just amazing that people are in denial that this might happen. And look at ABC shutting out stories on it. Major media outlets don't care. Politicians don't care. They're more concerned trying to get President Trump on maybe a phone call that we have a transcript for, should know quid pro quo, but they don't care about children disappearing, children getting raped, and a Lolita Express where Bill Clinton was apparently a passenger. And other politicians, royal family, celebrities. They don't care about that. See, they always talk about how they loved and protected children. It's a lie. If you believe that shit, you're out of your mind. It's not true. They don't care about kids. They care about power and control and promising people that don't have any independent thought process or any kind of, willing to work and earn something. That's what's happening in America right now. Jeffrey Epstein probably didn't kill himself. Why would he? He might be on witness protection right now for what we know. So it's just amazing how a time we live in right now that Jeffrey Epstein is just another reason why we continue to doubt what the media tells us. The media is always about trying to give us something, and there's nothing. It's crazy. Feel-good story of the day. There was a feel-good story that I just want to talk about. I really don't want to name the kid or the agency, but a 5-year-old boy really wanted a Happy Meal, so he called 911. We have so many things. I mean, in the story when I read it, it was a happy ending. The officer brought him a Happy Meal and stuff. But this is just another prime example of how we're not teaching our kids to use 911 responsibly. We have adults that are getting arrested for using 911 because McDonald's ran out of chicken nuggets or something stupid. I mean, these people have mental issues, drug problems. They're using 911 like that. I guess they want attention or something. They get negative attention. They get a meme made of them. They're in news articles. They have arrest records. They have criminal records now for misusing the 911 system. We've got to really just stop being stupid in America, because this just makes us look stupid on the world stage and just in our country in general. Who thinks these things are good ideas? While it might be a cute story, the child doesn't understand the concept, especially a 5-year-old. Where are the parents? Where's the guardians in this situation? Where are the people that are supposed to be the parental figures of these children nowadays? They're not where they're supposed to be, apparently. That's the crazy part here. That's just nuts. Just crazy stuff that we live in right now in this world that we call the United States and planet Earth. I want to thank you so much for listening to the podcast. We greatly appreciate your support, everyone. Remember, folks, we're live 6 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays with Bill and myself, talking politics. Also, don't forget iHeartRadio, iTunes, and Blog Talk Radio, the places to go to subscribe. And don't forget, the Brown Report hats are available. Many people ask for the hats. You ask for apparel. You got it. Just go to Etsy, search out Brower Report. They're right there, $15 a piece. And it goes back into the show and making the show better for all of y'all out there. Don't forget Instagram, Brown Report, and we are also on Facebook, 59,000 followers. Check us out on Facebook as well. Thanks so much for listening to the podcast. Greatly appreciate it. We'll be back this week with more podcasts. So don't forget, Instagram and Facebook. Search out Brown Report for the latest news and views that you can use. We're looking out for you, the American people. Have a great night.